car before driving into the sea. The kids died, but she managed to get out, so she went home and self-deleted in front of Rick, who quickly saved her. On the beach, Casey has a breakdown as she remembers her dead sons and starts seeing hallucinations of her kids in the car, so Moses tries his best to comfort her and shares his own story. Then they agree that to survive, they'll have to find Chase. As they walk, Casey is too afraid of going near the water because of her traumatic memories, so Moses provides her comfort to help her enjoy swimming again. While Donovan chats with Blair and jokingly asks her to marry him, he also goes through his memories. He used to work in an office and was obsessed with a coworker who kept turning him down. Eventually she told HR about his harassment, so one afternoon she cornered her in the bathroom and killed her while blaming her for leading him on. Blair and Donovan's conversation is interrupted by a sudden shot. It's Mason, who has found a flare gun and says he was just testing it. In the woods, Cooper is searching the area and suddenly overhears Bonnie and Clyde talking. Apparently they're planning to do something against the rules and mention some kind of boss. Meanwhile, Chase makes it back to the abandoned hotel, and in a room, she finds the lady from her visions, whose face is quite damaged. The lady suddenly appears by Chase's side and grabs her by the neck, telling her she's killed her own mother. As the lady laughs, Chase reminds herself this isn't real and her mother disappears. Then Chase approaches a chair and finds a key for room 39, so she heads there and begins searching every nook and cranny. Behind a painting she finds an envelope full of photos and a title for a house that she suddenly gets a vision of. The photos are of her and her mother, the house, and to her shock, one of her hugging Cooper. At that moment she hears a noise outside and bumps into Cooper, so she uses the chance to show him the pictures. Then they both admit that they remember being happy as a couple. In the meantime, Taylor shipwrecks and gets hurt, but at least she reaches another island. As the raft floats away, Taylor searches the area and finds a skull that has the property of Island text. At that moment she's hit by her memories. It turns out she and her boyfriend tried to rob a bank. Afterward she eats some fruit and takes a nap. When she wakes up, she finds her hand wrapped in bandages and a bowl next to a plank that says chicken soup, so she drinks it all. Minutes later,